Good morning, everyone. Here for another collective read. Uh, I don't know about you, but I'm getting ready to go on a bit of an excursion once I get myself organised. I'm feeling like the need pretty soon to be moving around, you know. So let's just do a general collective read and have a look to see what comes out. Where to start? Okay. All right. Original Spirit Oracle. Okay, Holy Ancestors. What do we need to know? Balance. Balancing things out. This is collective. This is balancing the resources. See these resources like just spewing over here? This one's it's like silver and gold. There's a difference here. Something to do with the minerals. The balancing of the minerals. We've got these connections to these nodes. This is something to do with the traveling, connecting the nodes, the different places of significance. Yep, and this is what we're going to be heading towards. Balancing out some places that have been disrupted for minerals. Wow. Okay. Stillness. The lighthouse is giving me a direction node. This is like the coast. So I was just talking about travel, right? So look, and here we have indecisive, right? This is making a decision on the direction to make the balance of these specific sites. These are specific sites on a map, like to do with minerals and gold and silver we've got on here. That's symbolic, the gold and the silver. This is the coastline. We have a lighthouse here. This is giving us an indicator of the direction in which to head. We've been indecisive about this, so this is what this message is about. How cool. Indecisive. See how these are like blank nodes? Here, they've got their nodes as well, and there's like directional nodes. This is places. We're talking about balancing out these places. The indecisiveness is being like, because this is a blank canvas, these are blank holes with uncertainty in them. But here we've got, this is going to become clear as we balance out. This is to do with directions and places, like the like the crystalline grid, you know, like they all line up and match up. So these have been like blanked out, like or you know, like dug out, like with the minerals in the scales here. It's like the resources that have been dug out. So this is like reclaiming, you know, like filling in these holes. These could be holes of information. Yep. These are like holes of information about. But the resources is an indication of the directions that we go to fill in the holes of the information. Got love here. What's in the heart? So the direction, starting on the coastline, right? This is to do with filling in the storyline. This is the bloodline stories. Here we go. Thank you, Spirit. Starting at the coastline, this is historical, right? Feeling it in my hands now. We start at the coast, the landing on the coast with this lighthouse. This is the direction we're heading. So for me personally, I don't know about you, but this is a collective story. So this is relevant to not just me, but the collective, right? This is about following the path, filling in the gaps of the story of the bloodlines. Okay, filling in these black holes. It's all lying under the surface here. See these colours under the surface and sitting on top of these pathways where these nodes are all connected. This is like a map. This is like a map of pathways. So we're going to follow that and we're going to fill in these holes. This is what's going to happen. And that's where we're going to find the balance. It's to do with following the resource. Okay, so let's have a look at the landing. What happened when, you know, like historically, after the landing, the resources here in the scales is on the map. Like we follow the resources map. So where the people first settled, where they followed the resources. So we follow the resources map, beginning at the lighthouse. That's the coastline. That's where the ships first come in, right? Does that make sense? It's making sense. We're going to fill in the story. Accomplishment here. Ancestral wisdom. Achievement. This is the story. Turmoil. Okay. So that's cleared that up straight away. That indecisiveness, that's cleared that up of, you know, the next paths to follow. Okay? If you're indecisive, this is what you've been told to do, right? Follow the bloodlines, follow the resources, you know, to find the story out. For freedom. Freedom. It's a windfall. It's going to bring freedom. There's a river here. There's a river. Obviously the river, obviously on the river there's resources. to find freedom. Growth. Oops. I just came and sat down on the indecisive here, and it's in reverse. So these two cards is growth and connectivity. So so this is, okay. So the indecisiveness, and these just slid out and sat on top of this card like this, right? And this is like the disconnected connectivity, but it's in reverse, and it landed on these cards where these blanks are. So this is about filling in the blanks and reconnecting with the nodes. Fill in these blank spaces of this story, right? And then we had growth in reverse. So where there was no growth, so where that growth was like thwarted, the word thwarted just came out. The growth was, pulled to a halt. We've got the rose here, the growth of the rose. So where that was halted, this is in reverse. Where it was stopped, thwarted. It was like the pathway being thwarted. It's along a river here. To the river, and then we've got hills, and this land in between. It's like being in limbo, in the land in between the mountains and the river. Whatever. The hills and the river, between the hills and the river. Connected. So okay, so we're looking at the story through the following of the resources, right? Because that's been the path of our history. Landing here. Starting at the lighthouse. So then we find out what has been disconnected. Like where were we disconnected from this land? Where were these spaces, right? The disconnectedness. So we want to reconnect. We want to turn that over for growth. See, that's in reverse. So what we want to do is we want to turn that up in the upright. We want to reconnect for growth. So let's turn that over. And look at this rising of this bird here. And there's all these little birds. I don't know if you can see that because there's a lot of light behind me, but there's all little birds. I don't know if you can see them. This rising up with the connected to, this is like the air and the earth here. So the bird connected to the earth. It's like the bird's rising up out of the dirt, right? That's the connectedness to source, the sky. Earth and sky. That's Ra and Ma. Ra, Father, Ma, Earth. So the sky and the earth. So this is air and earth. The air and earth signs coming together for growth. And water in between. With the river here. The water feeds the growth, feeds the plants, the watering the growth, the earth. It's going to bring freedom to many. This is spiritual freedom, see how this person, this is spirit floating, this freedom. That's like, you know, like, because we're saying about connection here, connectivity brings the growth, but it's almost like the growth to expand. Like, see how this bird looks connected, and it's almost like it's rising up out of the earth, and it's spreading the wings, and then it's going to pop off and fly. And this is what we've got here with this. So this is the growth, right? The flower is like this bird spreading the wings, and this growth of the flower, you know, like opening up. You know, it's opening up. And there's the river is definitely connected here because it's here again. And this is like where it pops off. So it's like, see how it's lost its legs, its attachment. It's lost the attachment to that ground, but it's floating now, like it's spiritual. It's a disconnectedness to the material, you know, like the earthly realms into the spiritual realms. Oh my gosh, definitely connection to this river, earth, river, word, so air, water, and earth, air, earth, water. So the only other element here is the only other element not here is the fire. Oh no, we do, because here's the sun. Look, the sun, that's growth. And the sky, see, it's yellow, that's the fire. So all the elements are here. The sun and the moon. Moon babies. Well, that could be moon. Hey, wealth. So here we have the wealth. The wealth is in love. Let's have a look at these cards that have thrown themselves out here like this. So we've got wealth here. There's wealth in this freedom. Didn't I say returning to country? This is where we're going to fill in these gaps, because we're going to go for a walkabout. This is the achievement here. There's the portal. It's the gateway. That's the portals, right? These are all portals, and we're going to fill those gaps on this path. So these are the paths between, you know. This here is the paths between, but that's the information inside those portals. So we're going to fill the information of these blanks. It's all lying underneath the earth here. These are colours. So we connect, we've got to reconnect, and then, see, it's like the reconnecting to, you know, reconnecting with love, and reflection is here. Reflection. This path. So, you know, like going, this is returning to country to reconnect the stories, reconnect the dots. Because it's been sabotaged. So regaining the self-respect after all the sabotaging of, you know, like taking away this information that was in these portals. So that was the sabotage that occurred. So in filling, so we've got to refill, and this is this reconnection to the earth again. Like that was the sabotage. That was that breaking of that connection. So by the reconnecting and filling in these spaces, which is the storylines, the song lines, right? We bring back self-respect for the communities, and this is what the freedom and the wealth is. Okay? Is that reconnection, and that brings back self-respect in this knowledge. Anyway, that was short and sweet, but that was the message. That's the message. That's it. That's the message here. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll see you again in the next video. Oh, and like when I go, I'm going to be doing some painting and some videos and that on my spiritual journey, and I don't know if you noticed, like on my, like when you open up my page, I've got my shop open now, so you can actually buy product from me in my shop. I've got I'm going to be adding more stuff. I'm just going to keep growing and expanding on my material, so you can like buy prints of my artwork. You can buy t-shirts and have caps with my, I'm going to do the wildflowers and things like that. Whatever. A lot of it's about my artwork. Well, it is. It's all my artwork, right? And then it's the merchandise that I've got going with it. So this is how I'm going to fund myself, right? So how I can keep my travel going and my story going, and open up these songlines, and follow the path, right? So follow the path. So we're going to follow the path. Okay, that's the message. Return to country. So I'm excited, but I've got to get everything more set up. I've still got preparations to do, but I've got to pull my finger out and get on with it so that I can make this happen. So so if you want to support me, I mean, you can share, like, and subscribe my videos. You can buy my products. That helps me like big time. You can subscribe. Like I'm going to come up with some, I haven't worked out how to operate everything yet, but I'm going to have, like some means of support. I might even, let me know if you'd like me to do like live chats or something like that as well. I'm not real confident on that yet, but we'll see how I go. And like becoming a member and things like that. I will like have some some little things to give away, with my products, and like stuff like that. But I'm still preparing everything and making it like work properly, because I'm learning on the way, right? So, okay, so, have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.